Hello, Wichita Force fans. I'm Scott Stiles, and I'm standing here with a quick minute with Paco Martinez, your head coach, as we're getting ready to start the 2016 campaign, and I'm sure you're pretty excited about getting things started this coming Saturday with practice.
Absolutely. Practice is coming up, and there's been a long off season. Some guys leaving, some guys coming back, and just dealing with all the off season stuff. I'm done with it. I'm ready to get to practice and start yelling at some guys.
There's going to be guys reporting to camp this Saturday, and a lot of off season spent watching film and that sort of thing. Guys submitting stuff. What goes into that? And let's share with the fans how you make your selection, who to invite to camp.
It's a lot. There's several different avenues that we can go down. Some guys send film in, and I'm out scouting guys. I'm looking on different college websites at different players, all different levels. Every different level has quality players. You just got to go out and find them. This year, I really wanted to focus on trying to find new guys. In the indoor game, a lot of guys get passed around and jumped around to different teams, different leagues. I tried to avoid that as much as possible and just go out and find new talented players and bring them into the fold and make them quality players.
As we saw in the Super Bowl 50, the defense will win championships. The Denver Broncos proved that. But in the Arena League, you got to score points. Last year, you had a rash of injuries, especially on the offensive side of the ball, quarterback rotation, that sort of thing. What's the focus going into this year for this football team?
Offense. Defense, we have pretty much everybody back, so I expect them to be one of the best in the league. Offense, we got a whole bunch of new characters. Taiwan retired a running back. We had 2 offensive linemen retire, a receiver retire. So we're going to have a lot of new faces. Camp is going to be focused about getting everybody in on the offensive side and getting up to speed as quick as possible and then building that chemistry. Offense is all about chemistry. You can have the greatest athletes out there, but if there's no chemistry, you're not going to do anything. So we have our work cut out for us on offense, but I'm excited to get to it.
Also, it can come down to a kick to win some of these games, and we have a good kicker coming back into camp as well this year.
Yes, Connor's back. Last year he came in mid-season, played a couple games with us, and he was traveling. A lot of people don't know his whole situation, but he was actually living and working in Kansas City and would travel down here to play the games or meet us at the road games. So this year he's living in Wichita. He's going to be at practice. He's going to be able to put the work in. He has a great leg. I'm excited to see Connor back this year.
Coach, you mentioned some of the guys, new faces coming in on offense, and I know quarterback is always a key to the offense side, but what are some other new guys that you're excited about seeing come to camp this year?
Offense is going to be a lot of new guys. Start on offensive line. We had some guys retire, got good jobs with their graduate program here in town, so they left. Ken Van Huel, he's going to be an outstanding player. He's been around the Arena League. And then we have a rookie, Darius Moore. Big, strong guy, can play center. Really excited about him. Running back, we're going to have 2 new running backs, different looks. Quentin Benning, the name that everybody should know. He's been playing with Salina. Coached him here at Friends University several years ago, so know him really well. He fits our style. It's going to be a little bit of a change, but I'm excited to see what he has. Roosevelt Ross, he's bounced around. He's played in a lot of different leagues. I think fans are really going to appreciate his effort on the field. Quarterback, we're going to have 3 quarterbacks this year. We have E.T. back, Emmanuel Taylor. Then we brought in Charles Portis, who's an outstanding player at the NAIA level, was Conference Player of the Year this year, straight from college. So really excited about him. And then we have another guy that's a veteran. He's played in different leagues in the East Coast. Stephen Panasuk. Name is hard to say. New guy, just got him in, really excited about his talent. So we're going to have pretty stiff competition there with those 3. Wide receivers, you got to mention the wide receivers. Brian Murphy is retired. He's now going to be coaching. So we're going to have a lot of new faces. Ronald Davis is one that comes to mind. Benji Love, who's been around but was injured out most of last year. Wide receiver is going to be one of the highest competition spots on the team. So overall, just all the offense, I'm ready to get to it and see what those guys can do and start building on the camaraderie.
And Force fans, if you think the defense is a slouch, that's not going to happen. We signed Albert Mack as well, who played in the NFL for several years, and that's an exciting addition to this team. We're going to have him for the full year.
Yeah, we've got a lot of veterans back. Defense is really stacked with a lot of guys that have been around, some names that we've had for several years, and then the addition of Albert Mack, who played a little bit last year, but he's got some business stuff that he was taking care of, so he couldn't compete last year. But he's ready to go. He's signed on this year, and he's going to come in looking to lead the defense with K-Hop, Kendrick Harper, and Matt Moss, and Kyrie, and Chris Hempill, James McCarty. All those guys that we have on defense, we're back. Defense is stacked, and I'm really excited to see what they got going.
One last question for you, Coach, is you hit on something that even I'm concerned about a little bit, or curious about, I should say. is from a standpoint of view, when you bring a guy in that's never had any Arena League experience, what's the biggest thing he has to adapt to for the Arena League? Is it the speed of the game?
It's absolutely the speed. Outdoor, if you're a football player outdoor, you can be a football player indoor. You have the skills. We just got to get you up to speed with it. The speed is the biggest difference. Defensive backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, everything happens a lot quicker. Offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, if you're big and you can run, we make that work. But on the skill positions, what we call them, the defensive backs and the wide receivers, DBs, it's definitely the speed aspect.
Well, we got a lot of exciting things. It kicks off this Saturday with practice, and February 22nd, we'll have a fan appreciation night from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Intrust Bank Arena. So, Coach, looking forward to it, and we'll be back to you up to date on YouTube, and check our fan page on Facebook and at YouTube. So, Force Nation, we're ready to rock and roll, and I know Coach is too.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.